I believe in music. This session features Usha Uthup in conversation with Teamwork Arts Managing Director Sanjoy Roy. It's presented by Red FM. This session is part of the Women Uninterrupted series. So let me introduce our guest for this session, Usha Uthup, or Didi as she is fondly called. She has recorded more than 100 albums in 17 Indian languages and performed thousands of concerts. Uthup has served as a role model for generations of young Indians and has been an unwavering ambassador for traditional Indian values. She received the coveted Padma Shri Award in 2011. So please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Usha Uthup and Sanjoy K. Roy. This session is presented by Red FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an incredible honor to welcome an icon of music, an classical icon in so many ways, Usha Uthup. When Usha and I were backstage about a few minutes ago and tears were rolling down her eyes, she said to me, it's such a historic occasion to be here. And she wanted a stick to beat me because we hadn't invited her to the Jaipur Literature Festival all these years. It's your 50th anniversary of performance. You have, yes, a big... And I think everybody would love to know your journey. But before we get into the musical journey, if you can just tell us a little bit about your background. From Chennai to Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay. Tell us how it started.
Hi everybody, namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum. Yeah, if you can feel the lump in my throat, it's there. And these are things which one can't really make up actually, or even put on. I am so overwhelmed and so grateful to you and to the Jaipur Lit Fest, to everybody who is concerned with it or connected with it, for having me here. And I really wanted to bring a big danda and have a fight with him, because I must be one of his oldest friends. And what can I say? Every year I would say, this is the year that he's going to call me. And he never called me. But there were many times I'm one of those kind of people who say, if you love me, show it. So if you love me, show it. And everybody knows that I'm a singer of a global village that belongs to the whole world. I also want to say, the danda was to say, it's just incredible. I mean, this festival has grown to such heights, you yourself don't know what you've been doing. I'm really proud to know you and so grateful to all of you for having me here, finally, after everything. And the tears just don't stop because, there's so much I wanted to share with all of you for so many years, but it's so beautiful that this, as you said, is my 50th year of singing. 50 years, can you imagine? Or Hindi mein jab kehte hain 50, it sounds even bigger, isn't it? So, yes, 50 years of singing. I think the reason is I have to say thank you to all my audiences, without whom it would be impossible for me to carry on, and all the musicians in different parts of the world and different parts of India, especially the ones I have with me even now, who have helped me along the way. When he had a little organization called Friends of Music, I performed for him 2 or 3 times. And somewhere down the line, I think the letter J just didn't fit in with you, though my husband's name is Johnny, with J. So The journey actually from Bombay, I was born and brought up in Bombay, married into Kerala, now living in Kolkata, and I started my career in Madras. And when you talk about that journey, it's been really fantastic. But I'm so sorry to say to all of you that I am not one of those who has a hard luck story to give. I don't make sensational copy, you know, like, oh, she suffered in this, so she's so miserable because of this, and yet she's stuck on. Actually, my journey has been wonderful.
When is the first time that you, I don't know whether you all know, but all four sisters sing and they sing brilliantly and all the daughters sing beautifully and now the granddaughters sing beautifully as
Yes.
well. So they come from a really musical tradition and a musical family. But was that true right from the beginning? It's not that your parents were also part of the musical
No, my
tradition.
parents, my father and mother sang beautifully. They had marvelous voices. And one of the things I always ask my appa, how did you propose to Amma? He said that I met her in a garden. And I said, should I reveal exactly how I feel? Should I confess I love you? That was my father. And my mother used to say, Mohe bhool gaye saavariya. Can you imagine? Beautiful singers. But my two elder sisters were the original singing Sami sisters, and they were much, much my senior. And I never performed with them as a duo. They performed as a duo, and I was still in school at that time. Though there are many people in the audiences and in different airports who are really lovely and old, and they tell me that they heard me when they were in school.
And you were dragged by your sisters to a program on Sri Lanka radio,
Yes.
Amin Sayani. Tell us what
Yes,
happened there.
my two, actually, when I started singing in 1969 in Madras, I never ever thought that I'd become a singer because my music teacher in school in Convent of Jesus and Mary in Bombay threw me out of class saying that she could never fit me in anywhere, you see. My voice was so ajeeb, as many people would know. So, I mean, not in the Western world, but over here, if you were a good girl, then you had to sound like so pure and so pretty. But then if you had a bad voice like mine, you get only songs for the cabaret artists to sing.
Isn't it true that you also sang for Mithun Chakravarti?
Yes, absolutely. I'm probably the first and only female artist to have sung for a man. Now that you can really clap for. Yes, and that was for Mithun Chakravarti. So that was great fun. But from Madras, when I started singing in this nightclub, my aunt just said, why don't you get up and sing? And I got up and sang a couple of bars of, never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. Sing. When you touch, you give me fever. You give me fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever, yeah. And this is how it all started. People in the audience were clapping, and I was so thrilled. Wo jo nasha hai, the nasha of an applause, really got to me. And then I realized very soon in life, thank God, that music was not my business, communication is. And really, it's how better I can get to your heart. Every moment I'm working for that. That is my riyaz, actually. And from Madras, I got a better offer to sing in another place called Savera, and in Madras. Then I went to Bombay to the Ritz Hotel. There was a little place called the Little Hut. And then I got the big break in Calcutta, in Trinkas, in Park Street. And Mr. Joshua and Puri.
Absolutely. Trinkers in Park Street, this is what now, the 70s, early 70s, late 60s?
No, 69.
69.
That was the summer of 69.
What was it like, Usha? Because till then, nightclubs were very much a place for men to be belting out their songs.
Only men, because nightclubs were considered not so good places for them to take their women to, you see. Because all the wonderful singers who sang over there were all, I mean, it was like the prerogative and the privilege of the so-called Anglo-Indian who did their black numbers with the low necks and lovely cleavage, of which I have none to talk about, but who cares, huh? It's all nicely covered.
So did you land up there in your Kanjivaram silks?
No, I was
then?
there with my Kanjivaram silk, and I think it was just the right timing that all the women became my best audiences and my best friends. Really, I think women make such beautiful friends if we only saw the right side, really. And I think all the women became my friends because they knew that they were not at all threatened by the way I looked. with a body and a face like mine, they thought I was no danger to their husbands. So it was okay. And
Usha,
so,
I remember when we were kids and our grandparents we used to go to Calcutta to see them. Our first destination used to be an evening at Trinker's. And when you then later decided to leave Trinker's for your next spot, there was this absolute thing of glum, everybody was so glum in Calcutta that they were going to lose that icon. And in fact, Trinker's never in many ways recovered from the loss of you. But what happened after that?
I kept coming back to Trinkas. When I was singing in Trinkas, there was such a lot of, so many people used to come, mainly out of curiosity. Like even my husband, the first time that he came to listen to me, the only scandal, by the way, that I had, which I married. And after that, there's never been. So if there's any takers over here, yeah. Okay. So, you see, it was really funny because I was there with this sari and I started singing, and it was incongruous because the way I looked didn't mean that I would sound the same way. So it was just fantastic to have audiences come day in and day out, and the crowd was so vast at that time that they had to break down what they call the other room. And then when I stopped singing over there because my husband got transferred to Cochin, where we had our lovely children, the wall was broken, was built up again. And subsequently, I keep going back to Trinkas all the time. Without Trinkas, for me, it's hallowed ground like any other place. But the magic happened in Kolkata. And the bigger magic happened in Delhi at the Intercontinental, Oberoi Intercontinental, when I was singing there. The entire Navketan unit and Devanand Saab and R.D. Burman and everybody was there. And they came to listen to me, which was so marvelous, really, because I was not a playback singer first. I was a live artist, a nightclub singer. I still am a nightclub singer. I'm proud to say that. The first one in a sari.
So to those of you who don't know, the Oberoi, which is now just the Oberoi, it used to be the Oberoi Intercontinental at that point of time. The rooftop used to be populated primarily, especially over the weekends, for people who flocked to listen to her, which
the
is
Shinua.
Absolutely, the Shinua, which is now a fancy Chinese restaurant of some kind. But there was Bombay as well. There was Top of the World.
Oh, Talk of the Town. I went to Talk of the Town in Bombay, and it was really, really amazing, the things that happened. I got my first film contract. Not contract. They asked me whether I'd be, Mr. Devanand came up to me and said, would I be interested in, are you getting good photograph? Yeah. Most people wonder why I stand like this. I have to tell you this, like this, with my pallu like this. And then I tell them it's not that I learned from Manish Malhotra or Mr. Tarun Tahiliani how to show my pallu, but because the photographers always came on the left side and got a little bit of my stomach, always. So do I get a hand for that? So I get nicely covered, yeah. So I get nicely covered all over like she's still taking it, but it's okay. And the next morning in the paper in Madras, I said, what? Is that my stomach? And yes, it was. So now I learned how to beautifully cover it with a sari. Yeah. So we were
Usha, there you were, Navketan Films wanted you to sing.
And they asked me to sing in that film.
They asked you the film in Hare Rama, Hare Krishna?
Yes, in Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. I'm so, so pleased to tell all of you that it was the first offer that really came my way. Though I'd done plenty of jingles already in Bombay. And they used to call me the Jingle Queen because I had done so many jingles, like I'm sure you must have heard the Nescafe jingle, the come alive, come alive, come alive, taste of Nescafe.
They're not our sponsors, I think.
No,
so
sorry about that. You can edit it.
Sorry.
Who cares?
We charge for everything.
But then there was another one. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Because some of the nice ones that you don't even remember. Happy days are here again. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
I think they're not our sponsor.
They're not your
either,
sponsor
so
again.
let's cancel
Okay,
that.
then I'm going to say another one. Vix ki goli lo,
Certainly
kich ke
not.
dur karo. Not nobody. Okay, how about this one? Nawab Genji, Nawab Genji. No, I did that one too, by the way.
You were supposed to sing Dam Marudam, and in fact, that's what you did a stanza of Dam Marudam. But what happened between them wanting you to do the whole song and you doing only a stanza?
Yeah, actually, it was sad. You know what, sad what happened to me. But as I said, I don't make sensational remarks, nor do I make sensational copy. So you see, R.D. Burman wanted me to do this, and I've never spoken really openly about these things because people misconstrue a lot of things. But then now I'm saying it with a real good heart. I mean, they gave me this chance to sing the song. I went for the rehearsal to Meenu Katrak's studio at a famous laboratory in Bombay, and R.D. Burman gave me the whole song, Dam Maro Dam, and it was just brilliant that I got a chance to sing. And my father was there for the rehearsal as well because it really went off well. And the original song was supposed to have been sung by Lata Mangeshkar, of course, would do the good girl part. And it was supposed to have been done by Mumtaz. And I was given the anglicized portion, which was supposed to have been sung by Zeenat Aman. But after about a week, there was no call at all from R.D. Burman, so I wondered what happened. In those days, I was from Bombay, so I didn't know how to say Pancham Da, and I didn't know all those things. I just called him, he was known as Rahul Dev Burman, and that's what I called him. And he used to call me Yar. So I told him, Yar, kya ho gaya? What happened to my song? And he said, kya batao? So that meant, it's gone. So Asha Bhosle sang it, and she sang it so beautifully. It became such a big hit. But then this really goes to prove that दाने दाने पे लिखा है खाने वाले का नाम, लेकिन गाने गाने पे लिखा है गाने वाले का नाम. आज भी लोग सोचते हैं कि दम मारो दम was my song, which it was. It was written for me. So wherever I sing it, people say. So now I don't even bother to clarify that, no, it was actually somebody else who sang. If you think I sang it, so what? I mean, music, the song is always bigger than the singer. Always.
We'll get her to sing
do
that
that.
one line. Sure, maybe sing one line of Dam Maro Dam. There's the
I'll do that.
request.
I'll
Yeah.
do that in a bit. Samresh, just get that. I'll do that for you, no problem.
But Usha, at that point of time, as you said, the voice that dominated Hindi films was very different from your voice, which would, I think, compete with Sambit Patra or Ram Madhav or whatever. So how did you sort of fit into the film sense or the film scene?
Actually, I didn't fit in. They made me fit in by giving my songs to the cabaret girls, to the bad girls. Now all the songs are done by good and bad girls. Who cares, right? I mean, but it's really strange. It's a phenomena that happens only in the Indian film industry, where the voice kind of makes you either a person who believes in Krishna or bhajan and this and that, and the words make you, or your voice makes you be a bad girl. Like, "Kaja meri jaan." So sad, and I'm not even like that. I mean, I am like that, but I'm not like that. Okay, did you get my eyes here? Okay. So no, it's really strange, but they made me fit into it. So I sang for people like, my first film actually was done by, in a film called Kabhi Dhoop, Kabhi Chhaon. And Chitragupta ji was the music director. He is the father of Anand Milind. And Pradeep, the famous Kabir, Pradeep ji wrote the lyrics for this song. And my brothers used to always make fun of me because I had this kind of voice. When I went back home, I told Appa and Amma, I sang a full Hindi song today. And Babu said to me, my brother said, who's acting? So I said, Dara Singh and Helen. And he said, so did you sing for Dara Singh? Well, that's not true. That's so unfair because the song went like, मैं भी जलूं, तू भी जले, आजा सनम लग जगले, आग से ही आग बुझे, बाहों में आके देख ले हो. Don't miss that. Yeah, that was one of the songs.
You've always been an incredible performer. Every time you come onto stage, including today, your personality sort of shines out. When did you discover that, and what did you do to hone it? Has it always been natural? In fact, all four of you are incredible personalities.
It's all 100% natural and God-given, really. Really, for me, you just turned me on. I mean, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to do anything. And as I said, if I don't get a job as a singer, at least you'll get me a job as a stand-up comedian. Maybe. No, but truthfully, you just make it happen. And it's the love that really gets me going. And it's really fantastic how I started getting more and more songs to sing. But more and more were the songs that I was singing for all the cabaret artists, mainly Kalpana Iyer, for whom I did with whom I did Hari Om Hari, Rambaho. And most people think that Kalpana Iyer and myself, we are sisters. So I, always said when they'd ask me, and I'd say yes. And it's funny, from there I sort of graduated to singing for Rekha. That was also a bad girl. She was a bad girl in the movie for a little while. And for that little 2 minutes that she comes as a bad girl, they chose my voice. So that was a lovely song. Then I did, of course, for Sri Devi. I've done a lot of good playback music, but the thing that really God has helped me is the fact that I have never been frustrated, that I've lost so many songs. I mean, we've got people like Ela Arun listening in, I'm sure, and if people over here would know, people give you so many opportunities to sing, and then the song is just taken away. I mean, from you, and somebody else sings it. But I was a person who never really got frustrated or felt sad. I felt sad for many times, but I never got frustrated because really jealousy and frustration and all these things are so negative. And I'm a compulsive optimist. And this really proves it. Because, you use so many singers like, what's her name, Sushila Raman, 100 times in your program, and not me. See, I could have got frustrated, but I didn't get frustrated because I know someday he's going to call me, right? So that feeling inside me always made me feel, that, okay, tomorrow is going to be a brighter tomorrow. And that's how it's really worked for me.
I'm going to have to send her for therapy after this one, but anyway.
You're going to therapy.
Both of us will go together. Usha, image. Image is such a big thing. And at no point of time did you ever sort of look at changing the way you were, especially when it came to your stage performances. It was one beautiful Kanjivaram starry after the other. I know you've cut your hair a little bit, and perhaps it's a little grayer than mine. I mean, our colors sort of match. What happened? I mean, how was that image sort of, did it affect you? Did it hurt your career? Did it celebrate your career? What did it make you as a person?
Actually, the word you used was really fantastic. It really celebrated my career because I come from a very middle-class family, okay? And all of us know that middle-class people, we have different kind of, morals and the values that we grow up with. I come from a family, we had 2 uniforms, one for the washing, one for the wearing, 2 pairs of shoes, one black and one white, and if the white got dirty, you had something called blanco. Do you remember that, girls? Yeah, okay. Today, you have so many options, okay? But we were very, very happy with whatever little we had. And so when I started singing, I just wore either a sari that I had. I've even wore a katao voile cotton sari, but I was turned out well. I put beads together. I stitched a little handbag for myself, or I made little bangles for myself with cloth and beads. And it looked good, you see? Now, as far as the people today, they ask me, what was the strategy behind it? Is it strategy? Is it marketing? Is it positioning? It was none of that. It's just the fact that being Indian, my mother wore a sari and family wore saris, so I just wore a sari. Now, what about the bindi? Bindi has changed sizes and maybe the shapes, but it all started off as being a South Indian. And every day in the evening after washing your face, you just put that kunku. And it's supposed to, for those of you who don't know, when you put your kunku on the forehead, it's supposed to be thinking of the inner self for a little while, which, of course, not many of us did. We just wondered about the next maths examination or something like that. But the bindi changed sizes. Come to the flowers in my hair, which I always wear. All South Indian families on a Friday evening wore flowers in their hair. Any South Indians here today? No. Oh, yeah. So you would know that we wear mullapu or mallipu in our hair. So as far as the bangles were concerned, I loved bangles right from the beginning. And as far as the Hindi music was concerned, my Muslim neighbors Jamila. She used to sing beautifully, and I thought she looked so marvelous with the dupatta on her hair. So in our entire family, I'm the only one who really started singing in Hindi as well, because I thought Meena Kumari looked so beautiful. Hi Allah. I used to love looking like her, and I would stand in front of the mirror with this dupatta on my hair and do a lot of things which, you know, my mother and everybody was shocked that I would do. और मैं ऐसे ऐसे बातें करती थी, and you know, जब प्यार किया तो डर. I believed all that. But I'm sure there are many people over here who go through those same phases, and not many people talk about it, but I'm talking for all of them. So that was part, I imbibed a lot of Hindi and Urdu songs, and so that helped me with my language. And I said bangles as, yeah, you talked about my hair. Actually, my hair would have been the same length, but I've never said this openly, but I'm saying it now because it's, I'm strong in my mind, and I want all of you to be strong in your mind. My son went through a kidney transplant in 2015. And for some reason, I said, I'll cut my hair. As Hindus, we don't, as South Indians, we don't shave our head unless you're a widow. So I had said, Kad kadile na kat paninudre, which means just below my hair, my ears. So I cut my hair because I wanted everything to go off well. So I went to Tirupati and got that done. And that's the reason why my hair is short, not for any fashionable reason, yeah. And that, yeah, you give yourself a good hand, because if you believe in something, just do it. And now people tell me that, all the youngsters tell me, God, she's so cool. And
I
she's
prefer
so
the long hair,
swag.
Usha Uthup, let me tell you.
Okay, it's growing, it's growing. I gave 26 inches of my hair. But the thing that the young girls really love about me is the fact that for 50 years that I've been singing, after about 30 years, I realized that, you know, I was singing with stiletto heels all the time, and it really took a toll on me. And that wasn't gonna, yeah, hi, you take a nice photograph, not from this side. Okay, so I decided to tell all my friends that, look, if you're uncomfortable, wear comfortable things. And so I started wearing sneakers. And if you haven't heard the story before, hear it now. If you've heard it before, hear it once again. Because it's useful. I started wearing sneakers, and my daughter said, Amma, if you can wear sneakers in the morning, why don't you wear it in the night as well? So I started wearing sneakers. And then I thought I only had black and white, and what else would I wear? So I took a whole lot of Kanjivaram pieces, borders, and stuck it on my shoes. And yeah, it looks so, I'm going to show it now. Yeah, well, let's get the photographers. So now I wear Kanjivaram sneakers. And they're really, as the kids say, they're really cool and so swag.
Maybe you should kick your leg out just once.
You help me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. My God. Is that a shoe? He's really serious.
Oh, let's step back a little bit so the cameras can catch. A little bit more, Now you can.
Whoa! Yes. So, can you see it?
The television.
And you like that? You love it, yeah. Everybody does, actually. And I have two lovely Bihari cobblers in Calcutta who did it, and their name is Misri and Sushil Das. So if any of you want to go and follow Ink
You
Talks.
need to patent that.
I don't know how to do that. Will you do it for me?
I'll help you.
Okay. Now, it may take 2 seconds extra after we finish talking, but I have to show them without my... Let me show it to you this way. Nice. These are my Kanjivaram sneakers. And I advocated to everybody, besides getting to be grandmothers, which is wonderful. There's nothing as marvelous as being a grandmother.
With comfortable shoes.
Wear Kanjivaram sneakers.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Usha,
really...
from sneakers and shoes, let's move to lyrics in Hindi films. Quite different from, say, lyrics of the English songs that you've sung. When you do a song, or when you prepare to do a song as a background singer, how do you make sense of the lyrics, and how do you make your own? irrespective of language, I think you sing across 13 or 17 languages.
17.
Every time you hear, every time, every time you hear you, you know that there is a great soul and a great passion in the way you've conveyed the meaning. So what's your practice of making that song your own?
You know, I think you've asked such beautiful questions because nobody asks me like this. Everybody says, we'll have just 5 minutes interview, will you please do? And they say, we've got something original to ask you. And then they'll say, tell me, how did you start singing? So I feel really, really happy when you ask me that. How do I make it my own? Any song, I mean, I don't go to an area which I cannot. I know my limitations, and my limitations I've turned into my strengths, okay? My weaknesses I have made my strengths. So I would never go into singing a ghazal, though the lyrics really move me, and the tune really moves me, the style moves me. But if there is a song where the lyrics have really, really touched me, say, for example, Ma, I mean, which is not mine, but I'm talking about just songs, just like that. For me, it's very important to be able to convey to the audience, as I said, music is not my business, communication is. I need to communicate to you something which I strongly believe in. Like, for example, in a new, absolutely new song called Bulea, there's a song which I mean, there's a line which says, Mujh mein agan hai baki azma le. Such a challenge, isn't it, for all women to say, Mujh mein hai agan baki azma le. Challenge it, come on, let's have it. You know, that kind of attitude. And when you get a song like that, so meaty and so many beautiful words in it, that you really want to make it your own. And once you believe in the words yourself, that yes, that line is important for me. Mujh mein hai agan baki azma le. So then you start believing in that line, and when you start believing it and starting to put it into practice, then you're able to convey it to the audience much better. So for me, it's very, very important that it's either got to be the lyrics or the tune, or lyrics and tune together.
When it comes to the tune, you know, you worked with so many wonderful music directors, and of course lyricists as well, and poets. When they present a tune to you, have you ever sort of again adapted it, or have they adapted it to your voice, or have they written it right from the beginning knowing that it's going to be you?
Yes, almost everybody who's composed for me has known my range and has known my style and has so composed for me, which is why it makes it so beautiful, actually. But there are times when, say, for example, I mean, Bapi Lahiri has given me the maximum amount of hits like R.D. Burman has. But if I don't have any gold, it's because I've given it to Bapi Lahiri. Yes, but he's given me a lot of songs, but there are certain songs where it's a duet. I'm probably one of the few artists, maybe Ila Arun and maybe Reshma ji, who won't be able to do duets with all the normal male artists because I sound like a man and Bapi Lahiri sounds like the lady. You know, in that song, Tu mujhe jaan se bhi pyara hai, Tere bin suna jag sara hai. That's supposed to be me. And then he would say, Pyar karna tu zaruri hai. I would sound absolutely like a lady. And so you had to figure out who's the woman and who's the man by the grammar. Where it is thi or tha. It's too funny. So, except for maybe S.P. Balasubramaniam, with whom I can do a very good duet, and it works. And other than that, people have really written for me because they know my range and they know the kind of song. And if they don't find a hero or a heroine in the film to sing, then they put it as the title song, like Shan. Yeah? You remember the song, Doston se pyar kiya, JLF se bahut pyar kiya, jo bhi kiya, humne kiya, boliye. Aur zor se, Shan se, that's right. So they know that this is, I mean, this is my style, and so they compose. And of course, there are people who even, and I tell them, look, मुझे सारे गामा पा ये सब नहीं जानती हूँ. अगर जब आप मुझे correct करेंगे, तो मुझे मिस्टेक बता दीजिए, जहाँ पे मैं गलत गा रही हूँ वो बता दीजिए, मैं करेक्ट कर दूंगी. Because many people, take it for granted that you would know as much as all the other singers do. And I don't have that power of knowledge, but I have that power of feeling and, empathy and, what shall I say, that feeling to be able to sing it in the kind of expression. Let me tell you something really funny. This would never be, I know. Okay, you're still taking the left side? All right, I was singing for this Tamil film, and it was a very fantastic, the king of music, Mr. Ilayaraja. For him, I was singing. And this song was Ratriyil Thukamilla, Ragathukku Thalamilla. And it was a real good cabaret song. And I was singing it, and this man came, the assistant came running out, and he said to me, அது வந்து கொஞ்சம் அந்த மாதிரியே பாடுங்கோ. Oh, which means, sing it like that. I said, okay, so again I said, Ratriyil thukamilla, ragathukku thalamilla. இல்லம்மா அப்படி இல்லை, கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அப்படி பண்ணுங்க, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் இதெல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் போட்டு, means put all those things. In Tamil, he said to me. So I didn't know what, I mean, I knew, but I didn't know what exactly. So I said it again, and I said, Ratriyil thukamilla, ragathukku thalamilla. He came running out again. He said, ரொம்ப நன்னா இருக்கு, சூப்பரா பாடினேல், ஆனா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அது மாதிரி. And then he looked around and கொஞ்சம் செக்ஸியா பாடிடுங்க. He didn't get the word right, you see, and he was scared that he was saying the wrong thing to me. So finally, he was so desperate, he looked around and he said, "Konja sexiya paadidungo." So I sang it really sexily, and what he thought was sexy, and I got the song, and it was really beautiful.
Have you written your own songs as well?
Yes, I have actually. But I'm one of those who believes that if you have an original, I mean, most people think that everybody from Lata Mangeshkar to Kishore Kumar, they have original songs which were written for them for a particular situation in a particular film, and the directors have told them that the girl is dying and, so sad, and the father is coughing away with asthma, whatever it is. And, the whole scene they say, and then the song is written according to that. So people think that it's an original song. For me, every song is original. But yes, I have written songs, but I've always found that because I was a nightclub singer and a live singer all the time on stage, I've always found that people appreciated my interpretation. Or say, for example, when I was saying, yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. And if I sang my own song, which I had written, I could tell you that people were willing more to listen to the Beatles sung by me rather than my own song by me. In a nightclub, there's something about a recall value. You're not going to be able to listen to Frank Sinatra. You can't pay money to go and listen to him. So when you listen to Usha singing, and now the end is near, and I must face the final curtain, my friends, I'll state my case. So they're happy with that. There's a recall value which people attach to music and lyrics. And I think that's why I haven't, though I've written maybe, I have about 150 of my own songs, but I never really feel bad that, oh, nobody's listening to my original song, nobody's doing this, and,
But you've done a lot of gospel as well that a lot of people don't know about.
I've done lots of gospels. Also had the privilege of singing with one of the greatest gospel singers ever, Mahalia Jackson, in Bombay. And yes, I think if you're connected at some time or the other with a convent education, I think most children grow up with singing gospels. And it's been wonderful.
A favorite gospel song?
I think Amazing Grace. And yeah, do you feel like singing? Anybody knows the name? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. was blind, but now I see. One of the greatest songs of all
Wow,
time.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for asking, because I never get a chance to talk in this manner.
I suspect it's not on your Wikipedia page, so people don't know that you've done gospel, but maybe you should add that and they'll ask
Maybe
you
you
the same
can
question.
do it for me.
I'll do that for you.
I don't know how to do that.
Usha, so many different cultures you've represented, you know, everything from Hindi and Tamil and Bengali, gospel that we've just talked about. You come from so many different places. As a human being and in the arts, what has that meant to you? I mean, today, as we know, everybody looks at the other as somebody to be fearful of. And across the world, migration has become this big bad word.
Really?
In India itself, you continue to hear, you know, in Maharashtra, you shouldn't have Biharis, in Bihar, you shouldn't have whoever, in UP, you shouldn't have somebody else. And yet, you're in many ways an amalgamation of what India represents. Tell us a little bit about that cultural journey that is so important that somewhere perhaps we've lost.
Yes, actually, you know, I'm so, is it we're getting late or something? Okay, 5 minutes more. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm the boss today. No, we go. No, actually, I think as an Indian, if you're born an Indian, you're already born with 17 basic languages. And I think we should all take advantage of that. And yeah, really, really, I think it's sad when people, you know, like you say, make divisions this way. And that's really, really pathetic. But let me tell you, I am probably one of the only blessed artists who gets a chance to do the whole of Assam, the whole of Bihar. I mean, names which you would never imagine, including the South, Gujarat, East, West, North, South, everywhere. I've had the privilege of singing. And it's only because of my language, not because I'm a good singer. As I've always said, it's not about how good or how bad a singer you are, but how original a singer you are. So if I find in my audience suddenly that we have, you know, people from Bengal, oh, you know, the whole world is a Bengali, right? So then I would sing a Bengali song and I would probably say, Prem jigেছে আমার মনে বলছি আমি তাই তোমায় আমি ভালোবাসি তোমায় আমি চাই উরি উরি baba. And then suddenly you find in all these corporate shows that we do, we are from Maharashtra, come on, sing in Marathi. And then, hata sa jeevat jeev ghutmळ आता सापिरतीचं वाढतंय बळ तुझ्या तोंडाला तोंड मज मिळ ए बघून दुश्मन जळ हवर ढगाला लागली कळ पाणी थेंब थेंब गळ ढगाला लागली कळ. And then suddenly you find somebody from Tamil Nadu saying namballam Tamil. So you say அப்படி போடு 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 அசத்தி போடு கண்ணாலே அப்படி போடு 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 இழுத்து போடு கையாலே உன்னோட ஊரு சுத்தி உப்பமட்டை ஏறுகிற. And then they say, oh, we are all Kannadigas, so you go and sing almost everywhere when you sing.
Or Bhojpuri.
Bhojpuri. Ah, that's fantastic. ऊंची अटरिया तोहरी पिया ऊंची अटरिया तोहरी पिया आऊं मैं कैसे हाय हाय आऊं मैं कैसे बाजे रे पायलिया आऊं मैं कैसे बाजे रे पायलिया. So fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
Usha, before I open it up to the audience, we'll come to the request in a second.
Rajasthani. Oh, okay. अंजन की सीटी में मारो मन डोले अंजन की सीटी में मारो मन डोले चला चला रे डिलीवर गाड़ी हाले हाले अंजन की सीटी में मारो अंजन की सीटी. Yes? Okay.
Let's wait for that. Usha, before I open it up, a last question for all the young people. I don't know whether you know 80% of our audiences is below the age of 30. What is it that you would say to them in terms of if they looked at this as a career option or anything in the arts? Is there some word of wisdom, something that you have learned from your journey of the last 50 years and what's irrespective of the good times and the bad times has kept you going?
About the fact that this could be your livelihood, the music. Yes, if you believe in yourself, hang in there. And someday it's got to work. Don't have the wrong ideas. It has to work. And don't look at the wrong side of the stick, you know. When I started singing, my father asked me to ask myself 3 questions. Who am I? Where did I come from? And where am I headed? And you know, when you think of the fact that I started singing at 750 rupees, it's not for one night, for the whole month as a singer. Then I went to 1,500 when Oberoi Intercontinental paid me that much for a month of singing. So you see, it doesn't matter. The money matters, of course. I would love to have some extra money from you to, you know, for vegetables and chewing gum and things like that. But
And the shoes.
and the shoes, yes. But other than that, really money takes a back seat as far as I'm concerned. If you believe in yourself, everything is going to fall into place. And remember, everybody cannot be charging 2 crores, and bless them if they get it, all of them. The film people, of course, they do, but it doesn't matter. If you believe in it, just hang in there. You're gonna, and India, sky is the limit. Youth are our future, and all the music that you create is really fantastic. Don't believe it when log itne udaas ho jate hain na. Oh, there's no lyrics today. Kya ho raha hai? Itne kharab lyrics hote hain, itne kharab music hote hain. To phir gaate kyun hai? Nachte kyun hai? Why are you so happy? Every day, a new song is being made, or many, many more songs
Many
are being
songs
made.
are being made.
Yeah.
The sky has no limit. Let's get some questions. May I please suggest that keep your questions really short and sweet. I'll take them in clusters, and then we'll get Usha to reply to them. I'll first start from the back. The gentleman who's got his, just stand with the glasses, just stand up. And then I'm going to go to the other side of the hall, and then I'll come back to the front. The gentleman right at the back. Just sit for a second. Sit, yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am and sir.
Give the mic back for a second. I'll come back to you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir and ma'am. Just like your beloved father and mother sing a song during the garden scene, just proposing. So this sort of instance have ever happened in your life? Like
In,
in
no,
your
nobody sang to me. So sad.
life. So ma'am,
But I pretend that people are singing to me all the time. I like to believe that they're saying Chandan Sabadan.
If we move to the other side, the gentleman, yes. If you can just stand up. Thank you. Yep. And then don't answer, Usha. I'll take a couple of questions and then you can answer them all together.
Okay, boss, whatever you say.
Good afternoon, Uthupling. Welcome to
Uthupling, my God, that's got to be Pongo. Where are you?
which was Johnny's favorite song? And can you hum it?
Johnny is my husband, yeah. His favorite song was Matilda, 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 she take me money and run to Venezuela. Everybody, Matilda, sing a little louder. A little louder, Matilda, she take me money and run to Venezuela. That was his favorite song, yeah. Still.
I saw a couple of hands still towards the middle. If you could stand up, yeah. I'll come back to the front.
Yes.
You mentioned that you need to feel for the song when you sing. My question was, has your emotion ever come in the way of singing, especially a sad song?
Oh God, yes.
Does that then, the technical part of the song, get affected by the emotion?
Yes, it does. And where I am concerned, I'm unable to control my emotion. Like if I were to sing a song like, Hame tumse pyar kitna, ye hum nahi jante, magar ji nahi sakte, tumhare bina. What a beautiful song. And there's one line which is just written for me. I'm such a jealous creature. Like I'm sure all of you are jealous, we women, but we try to, hold it back because sometimes it's nice to believe that the men rule everything, let them take the decisions, but actually we're the ones who make the decisions. So.
Not actually.
Yeah,
That is the
so
truth.
it is the
Yeah,
truth.
I don't know
So
how many
there's
men.
a line in that song which says, Tumhe koi aur dekhe to jalta. Right, girls? So swag.
So coming back here.
I love that question.
The 4 of you, if you can just share a mic, and all 4 of you ask your question and then we'll do the answer. So no answers till all 4.
Okay.
Quick.
Hi, ma'am. Love you. And you're such a positive person. I wanted to ask you, which song did you sing for Mithun Chakravarti? And another thing, why we would like to hear the song which you have written the lyrics on your own.
Okay, just
Thank
hold
you.
on. Next.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Kushagar. Basically, I don't have a question. I have an incident. Please, just a minute. I was in 5th class, and my grandmother started your song. And I first listened that there, and you don't believe from that day to today itself, I love your voice, and thank you for giving us Indian pop music. I know my grandmother is not, actually I lost her in 2015, but you are the one who really portrayed the music in such an amazing word. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
At the
you.
back.
Thank you so much.
Please,
खमागणी
questions.
में खमागणी सर 50 साल के आपकी संगीत के इस सफर के बाद मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगा कि हर गीतकार और संगीतकार के मन में एक भूख होती है कि वो जिंदगी के आखिरी पड़ाव पे अपने आप को किस दौर में और किस जगह पाता है। मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा कि मैम आज भी आपके अंदर वो भूख है कि मैं अपने जिंदगी के आखिरी पड़ाव तक गाते गाते मतलब लोगों के बीच में रहूं।
Okay. The last question.
हेलो मैम, अगर आपको चूज करना हो कि अभी करंट जो सॉन्ग्स हो रहे हैं उसमें से आप जो गाए वो उससे भी बढ़िया गा सके, ऐसा कोई सॉन्ग हो तो।
Thank you. So the first is Mithun, if you want to answer.
मिथुन चक्रवर्ती के लिए मैंने गाया देखो 36, 24, 36 आंखों से पीले होठों से पीले जीना हो जितना ना 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 जी मस्ती में जी ले मुझ जैसा देखा न होगा कहीं देखो 36, 24, 36 something which I'll never be able to sing, so it's okay, we'll have to figure out a new number for that.
Question was about your hunger. What would you like to continue to do to the very point?
जो भूख है मुझ में यही मैं प्रार्थना करती हूँ रोज every day, morning and night. I'm very scared of my loved ones' sickness. I feel terrible to hear from anybody that anybody is ill, okay? So usi bhook mein, when I pray to God, the one thing I pray is that, God, please don't let me see anybody in pain, and if I have to, of course I have to die, but when I die, if you can give me a chance to be singing when I die on stage, I'll be really grateful.
Wow. And the last question was, what was your question? The song that you would love to sing, which is a new song.
Oh, which is a new song. बहुत सारे गाने हैं, इतने. A better version. हाँ, कभी-कभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि, इतने छोटे-छोटे बच्चे गाते हैं, and without having gone through life's experience at all, and when they sing it so beautifully. So I would say, Tu safar mera. Nobody can sing like Arijit, huh? I'm one of his greatest fans, but I feel that if he had a little bit more experience in life, he would be able to sing it with even more conviction than he is singing it. Itne अच्छे से गाते हैं, so why don't we sing it together? Tu safar mera है तू ही मेरी मंजिल तेरे बिना गुजारा ऐ दिल है मुश्किल तेरे बिना गुजारा is impossible for me.
Usha, the last question, how much does dard, sort of, you talked about it, you hinted about it. What is it, what's the role of dard in any singer or performer's life? Dard means pain in so many ways.
So much. It means so much. But for me, it means don't talk about it on stage. If you come to perform, deliver. Right, Ila? You just deliver. Because nobody wants to hear your hard luck story. पैसे देते हैं to listen to your concert. And अगर दर्द निकल जाए in the middle of the song, then it's fine. Then it's beautiful. But don't talk about your pains on the stage. Don't.
And going back to the beginning, somebody said, please sing Dammaro Dam. Maybe we just, one question there. Just hold on. One question with the lady in the orange.
You wanted something?
Can you sing I Believe in Music?
Yes, that's the end. That'll be the end. That's still 2 minutes left for that. But before that.
Lady in the orange, you're looking so lovely. You can't leave in the middle like that. Just sit. Just sit. It's finished now. Yeah, thank you. Let's have a big hand for the lady. I'm like that. I can't lose even one person in the audience. We love you. Okay, Samaresh, what do you have for me?
Did you say nothing
Can
or
I
something?
can I sing a song in which in the film I kill about 7 guys? Yeah. Would you like to listen to that? Saat Khoon Maaf. Okay. What is that, darling? Okay. Which one? Which I wrote. Okay. 1 minute. Hurry. They start playing the track already. You got to play it a little louder than that. Okay. Which I wrote. Okay. Can I write it for you and give it? Yeah. It says, to smile when you're happy, to smile when you're blue, to look pleasing when displeased, to be calm when you're mad. Oh, be forgiving. Someone abuse you. For the good Lord, look for such. Give right exchange and smile on your way. It don't cost very much. Thank you. Okay, so are you all ready for that? But I sing it only on condition that you don't say you heard it before, so you're not coming for the session. I'm singing this, yeah, for the music, okay? So please be there. Oh, actually, I'm looking quite nice over there. Even the left. I don't care about my profile or anything. It's just okay. Okay, so I'd like for all, oh, you started it again, okay. आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो give me more track get your hands everybody come on I love you too much darling आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो से आंखें चार करने दो रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो कैफ है बहारा बेचैन जाने यारा बुलबुल तो अभी इंतजार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो celebrating JLF ladies and gentlemen the darling of the country. Let's go. Darling, sorry तुझे संडे के दिन सहमत हुई Darling, मिलना तेरा फजले खुदा रहमत हुई Darling, sorry तुझे संडे के दिन सहमत हुई खादिम को दिल पे तो इख्तियार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो Get your hands everybody come on This is JLF it happens nowhere else come on and for my McCluskey-Ganj connection darling छोड़ो जरा शर्माने का ये कायदा डार्लिंग हैरत भी है गैरत भी है क्या फायदा पब्लिक में सनसनी एक बार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो बेकैफ है बहारा बेचैन जाने यारा बुलबुलों तो अभी इंतजार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो डार्लिंग
Ladies and gentlemen, Usha Uthup.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That was celebrating JLF, the biggest thing that ever happened in India. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Usha. Look forward to hearing her this evening at the Clark's Amer Music Stage.
Yay!
And back here for morning music. Once again, from all of us to this icon, 50 years of celebration, Usha Uthup.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you very much. And if you see anybody's walking like this, you know it, I taught them.
Once more, let's show her some love. Usha Uthup. And this session was presented by Red FM. Our thanks go to Sanjoy Roy for facilitating this session. And this session was part of the Women Uninterrupted series.